mentioning turtles a lot and how this practice, as many of you, I believe, are experiencing, is your breath naturally slows down, becomes very quiet, your body and your mind become very stable. It's the perfect way to meditate. And you really just have to shift the breath to the left and right sides for just a very long time. It's really quite simple. Anybody can do this. And the yogis use the symbol of the tortoise for the stage of yoga known as pratyahara. Pratyahara means after the pranayama is in place, you pull the attention in. You pull the awareness into the shell. And when we're doing this, right, it really pulls your mind and your energy and concentrates your focus within. I know you've experienced this as we meditate on various points. There's the heart point. Right? This is your home. There's the well of the throat. It's mentioned in the Yoga Sutras that when you meditate in the well of the throat, appetite ceases. There's another really important one right up here, thyroid, parathyroid, a very important meditation point. Right? So much is happening right in this area, thyroid, parathyroid, carotid sinus. There's also a point known as Kurma Nadi, a very important point. And so many of you, I think, know the teacher Sadhguru, and he made a video many years ago about the Kurma Nadi, and it had a big impact on me. So the Kurma Nadi is another meditation point, not as well known, but often spoken of in the Upanishads and the texts. So find where your heart is, right? Find the well of your throat, right? And in between here is another spot. So you're going to find that I did some recordings, and they're in the second course, this next breath too, about the Kurma Nadi. And when the mind and the breath sit down in that spot, something quite beautiful happens. I even looked it up on Wikipedia, and even Wikipedia knows about it. So it's not that big of a secret. If Wikipedia knows, right? This is another meditation point, the Kurma Nadi. It's said to be the origin of where the breath comes from. And I believe actually the heart point is very closely related to the stimulation point from the nervous system telling the heart to beat. That's my sense of it. And it's at the top of the right atrium. You know? We're also going to add some poses in today, and I have a reading from Howard Zinn. I think maybe you know it. Come and stand in your feet. Lift up your toes. Anchor down into your heels. And so you have your diaphragm, right? The altar of your heart. And your heart sits on top of it. And your heart is basically like a rider on a horse. So you're riding the horse of the diaphragm. Active inhale and active exhale. You inhale a little and you inhale some more. And you fill up to your fullest. Now you want to expand the bottom of the rib cage here. Forward and back, side to side. And you float with the breath. When you start to sink, blow it away. And draw the low belly back up and in. And pause here. And then you relax all your limbs. Again, inhale, pressing into your feet. Inhale, lifting up evenly through the side waists. When it's time, never do it too long, blow it away. And then pause in the gap here. Like a tortoise pulling in its limbs. And then you come back to the center and you let your heart be bright. Again, inhale, inhale, and take in a wee bit more. When it's your time, let her go. And once again, pull into your shell. Smile into your good fortune. Let's do some clearing of the mind. Alternate Kapalabhati, left and right. You can go at any speed. Keep your mouth closed. Pump your belly if you can, and off you go. With a slow inhale and another inhale, take an even more breath, like a parachute filled up, floating in a blue sky. When your parachute starts to descend, blow it away. And pull all your limbs in. And in this way, day by day, step by step, your breath slows down, your body becomes calm, and this existential anxiety all of us have to deal with slowly takes a holiday. Let us do 24. It's really so easy, as you know. I'm going to be doing some postures today, but just to begin, start with prayer pose and divide your body into two. Bring your attention to the thumbs. And once you get here, there's nothing you need to do or achieve. You come to appreciate the breath as it is. Whether it's deep, shallow, long, even the difficult breaths that we take. Start with gratitude for them all. And now as you're inhaling through the left nostril, feel the left side of the body, from the foot, through the leg, all through the left side. And when you're inhaling through the right nostril, feel the bottom of the right foot, the right leg, the right thigh, shoulder and arm. And you do this game of sinus ping pong. back and forth, side to side. And you want to pull your limbs in like a turtle. You want to pull your awareness in. So just another minute of centering in the body. This body of light. And take your right hand and make a ring. And sweep the right hand out to the side, all the way up overhead. Index finger and thumb. Coming into a half moon pose, anchoring down into the heels. Take the bend out of the elbow and straighten out the arm. Now you want your third, fourth, and fifth fingers to reach in the pose. And as you inhale through your right nostril, press down on the right foot and feel the sparkles on the right side of the body. As you inhale through the left nostril, press into your left foot and feel through the left side of the body. See if you can get a rally going, where your attention remains continuous, passing the ping pong ball from left to right and right to left. And then slowly lower your right hand. This is an informal pass, so the right hand picks up left-right breathing, and the left hand form a ring. Thumb and index fingers, no ducks, rings, and circle the hand up and over, pressing down into the left heel. As you inhale through the left nostril, feel it run up the left side of the body. As you inhale through the right sinus, grounding in the right foot, the right side body, the right shoulder, the right ear. And then see if you can get a rally going, back and forth. Can you stay with the bouncing ball? Feeling one side of the body. Feeling the other side of the body, inside. And now, come on out of the left side. Slowly lower the left hand. As you inhale, press into the balls of the feet and lift your chin up. Press down into your big toes. Maybe unhinge the jaw, move your jaw left and right. And the breath will shorten, but see if you can stay with it. As you're inhaling through the right nostril, feel the right side of the body. As you're inhaling through the left sinus, feel the left side of the body. And then come on back to center. And here's a formal pass where you bring the hands together and you stop in prayer pose and assess the situation, what's going on inside your shell. Let the left hand take over left-right breathing. Lift up the heart and drop the chin. As you're inhaling through the left sinus, feel the left side of the body. As you're inhaling through the right sinus, feel the right side of the body. Sun and moon, back and forth. Now take your right hand, bring the head and chin back to level. Take your right hand and just tap on your heart. Tap all around the breastbone, up and down, left and right. And not an absent-minded tapping, but the kind of tapping where it's helping you feel present. This is going to be 9 Rams. I haven't done this one in a while. So you let your fingers stop exactly on your heart point. Right? You want to get your spot. Can you feel it? It's an active inhale and 9 Rams. Taking a breath. Goes like this. Ram, 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 ram. Turtle breath. Let's do a standing forward fold. Separate your feet wide apart. With the fingers of the right hand touching the heart, turn your toes inward with soft knees. Scoop up underneath the belly. Now you can use a hand to fold forward if you like. You can use that for support. And now slowly hinging at the hip socket with soft bent knees, start descending down. The left-right breathing continues easy and effortlessly. There's more pressure now. So you relax into the possible difficulty the shape brings up. When you're inhaling through the left nostril, feel the left side of your body. When you're inhaling through the other sinus, feel that side of the body. Just another little bit here. And now slowly find your way up. You can use your hand if you like. Bring your right hand to the heart. Stand in the mountain. So let's explore Kurma Nadi here. So you have your finger on your heart, right on the place where the pulse is excited. That's the heart spot. So move up maybe 3 finger widths from there. And there's a spot here that you stabilize your attention on. Now you can take your fingers and tap. So it's the mid-upper part of the breastbone. It's above the heart, it's below the well of the throat. And explore inside your shell and direct your attention into this place. And then be sure to stop the tapping after a while and see if you can bring all of your chi to this spot. Breathe into the Kurma Nadi, smilingly. So again, this is a cumulative practice, like the heart. So bring your fingers down to the heart. Now you've done heart meditations probably a lot. Your mainmost central meditation. Notice how you feel when you meditate on the heart. And then notice how you feel when you move up from that point So it's actually a tube, Kurma Nadi. It's a tube. You're breathing in a tube. What's the feeling tone? How is this different than heart? And so the Kurma Nadi is a tube. But what no one, I believe, has ever talked about is, where does the tube go? What does it connect to? So the other end of the tube is at the Pratyahara point. So center of the brain and then move back. So as you breathe into the Kurma Nadi and have it rise up not to the center of the brain, but just behind it. So you're opening up a channel which is said to be the origin of the breath. And you connect into an area near the back of the thalamus, the relay station. And when the chi collects in this spot behind Shiva's cave, the outer world shuts down. The sense doors actually stop relaying information to be processed. And the tortoise pulls in his limbs from the outer world. And the next stage of yoga dawns. Breathe in from the bottom of the tube, Kurma Nadi. Breathe it up into the back center of the brain. Ping pong ball is good enough. As you inhale through the left sinus, the left side of the body, into the bottom of the Kurma Nadi, and then up, up. And then when you're inhaling through the right sinus, from the right foot, the right side of the body, up into the tube, up through the neck and throat, feeding into the back of the brain. And for the last minute of practice here, try flipping your tongue back without reaching, without struggling. And send the tip of the tongue back to the Pratyahara point. And you might like to bring your hands back to an interlace. Interlace fingers for the last 2 minutes and integrate whatever has happened, whatever experiences may have arisen from your morning practice. Smile upon them all. This is called A Marvelous Victory by Howard Zinn. Being hopeful in bad times is not foolishly romantic. Human history is not only a history of cruelty, but also of compassion, sacrifice, courage, and kindness. What we choose to emphasize in this complex history will determine our lives. If we see only the worst, it destroys our capacity to do something. If we remember those times and places, and there are so many, where people behaved magnificently, this gives us energy to act, and at least the possibility of sending this spinning top of a world in a different direction. And if we do that in however a small way, we don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of presence. And to live now as we think human beings should live, in defiance of all that is bad around us, is in itself a marvelous victory. And sliding your hands down to your heart. And for today, try this one where you bring the index fingers and you go pad to pad. So you got some ducks here. Right? And you bring it over your heart. Your heart and perhaps your new best friend, the Kurma Nadi. And smile into the back of your brain. And let's send out a very intentional, loving wave to our difficult world. Taking a breath. The Turtle Club.